Hey y'all, we are at One Source Trucks in Burkeville, Virginia, doing some demo videos. We've got a 2007 MCI tandem axle charter bus that we're going to be looking at today. We're going to start with the wheelchair lift because that's why it's beeping. We're going to start there because it's kind of the most particular of all the features. So we're going to start with that, get it out of the way, and then go on to everything else. So this is a 2007 MCI PARATRANSIT handicap accessible wheelchair bus. There's a switch on the inside of the bus that turns this wheelchair on. You do have to clip the seatbelt and put some weight on it. Yeah, I had to step on it earlier, Thomas. It needs weight. We are clearly not professionals when it comes to this, but you can see as soon as he steps on it, it works. So it's got all sorts of sensors on these things, but your little flipper came down. That is a weight sensor right there on it. And then once it comes up, it clicks to release the door. And then you open the door and bring it back down. But we'll show the door. Do you want to show the door open now and show the door open from the inside? Okay. Yeah, so it releases the door pneumatically once you get up to that position and brings you all the way up. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and go to the inside of the bus so we can turn the beeping off. Oh, I'll show you Thomas riding that down. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and show it stowing. And it stows automatically, so it's really easy. Oh, you know what? While it's down, let me get on. Where did I see the label? I feel like I saw a label for it. There's your internal switch. There we go. So it has an on-off switch in there. It has a on-off switch on the dash, and then it has your controller. It has instructions that tell you which one of these you fold down first and second. So even though we maybe make it look complicated because we're just figuring it out kind of as we go, it's actually quite user-friendly and quite easy. Even if you don't need it for the actual wheelchair lift aspect, there are some pretty good benefits to having a wheelchair lift. You can load heavy cargo through that larger door. So if you're going to be using this for a sports team, or if you're going to be using it for like an RV conversion, and you want to put some large stuff inside that you're not going to use in your underbends, then can you turn that off? Can you turn the wheelchair lift off? Yeah. The beepers just beep while the lift is on. All right, so we're going to come on board and give you all a view of what this bus looks like. You have sets of adjustable coach seats. So each seat adjusts, meaning recline, and the armrests go up and down. And as you notice, when I push that armrest up, it brought the seat back into its upright position. The seats are all in great shape of this bus. Really surprisingly good condition, actually. And then, because it is a paratransit bus, you get some kind of unique options with the seats back in this area. If you hear that clicking, that's just the hazard lights on because we have the passenger entry door open. That's just an extra safety feature. So this is, from the inside, this is the view of the wheelchair lift door and the seats in the surrounding areas. You've got really clear instructions on what to do you've got really clear instructions on how to use the tie downs. And then these seats here, the bottoms of the seats flip up, and then the chairs slide forward. So if you're going to do a conversion, or let's say you are doing a field trip or something with sports teams, or I don't know, and this one should slide too. Yeah, see, you've got the tracks. So all of these slide. So even if you're not going to be transporting people in a wheelchair, you can certainly use this area for gear or coolers or all sorts of things. Really super handy. You do have overhead luggage on both sides, front to back. All of the interior overhead lights work. Again, as I mentioned, all of the seats are the same. You have the little passenger grab bars all along. Every section of seats, sort of like almost on an airplane, you get your own little adjustable light, which is nice. There is a restroom on board. And I did test it. We've got the bus powered off just so it's not quite so loud. But yeah, your interior light comes on, and your little indicator outside that someone is in the unit is in there. So, I mean, yeah, look, y'all, it's not exciting or exotic, but it is super handy too. It's got a big mirror, just have a little light. So, and my understanding is that the private school that we got this bus from on trade never actually used the bathroom. So it doesn't smell bad or anything. It just smells like the little cleaning product that's in there. All right, so I'm going to get as far back as I can for you and give you a nice large view of the bus. Everything's in very good shape, like surprisingly actually great condition. You do have your little footrest on the backs of all the seats, and these just flip down. So, you know, a lot like the kind of things that you've probably seen before. There's also several of these throughout the bus. So super convenient if you've got people that are wanting to charge devices. So the backs of all the seats do have the same little setup. There are speakers throughout that connect to an intercom system that's up in the front. I don't have the keys on me, but that's just basically an access panel for, I guess, your heat and AC systems. I did check and make sure that they all lock and unlock like they should with the keys that we have. So, yes, they do that. Oh, let me back up a little bit. I'm just going to kind of show you the back side. That is one of your flip and fold seats. It's on tracks. That's one of your flip and fold seats that's on tracks. Those seats add in the extra little grab bar in the back, make it easier for you to adjust the seating position on those. I am probably going to miss some details. There is so much to talk about on this bus. This is a 2007 MCI. There's another one of your receptacle plugs. It has a 12.7 liter inline 6 Detroit diesel. It has just under 700,000 miles. And let's see. So this is the speakeasy system. I don't know if my phone's going to adjust because of the glare. You may have to look at the pictures of this. This is the speakeasy system that uses a foot pedal just to the left of the lights that you can communicate with the rear passengers. I have not figured out how to use that. That opens and closes your main passenger door, and then you have all sorts of controls over here. So everything from cruise control to your tag axle. This is a tandem axle with a rear tag axle, so that means it lifts, as well as a rear steer axle. So making it super, super easy to maneuver this bus. There's a shade for the driver on that side, and there's another shade for the driver on this side. Climate control, which I can tell you right now, y'all, it is cold today. It is a very brisk 50 degrees, lots of wind, and we had to shut the heat down. It got a little too warm in here, so we know that works. Little cup holder, that's your horn. So lots of features. You do have a really super nice adjustable comfort air ride seat for your driver, and you have the full steering wheel control, or adjustment I should say. So it is a fully adjustable steering wheel as well. Do you want to crank it up for me, David? And I think I'm going to go ahead and step out and do another kind of overview outside. So we just started this bus. Sitting inside it, you could barely even hear that it turned on. So super quiet, super convenient from that point of view. Here's your inside again. Nice big broad view of that. This is an automatic transmission. I kind of feel like that goes without saying, but I probably should say it. So this is a 2007, so pre-emission, y'all. No DPF, no diesel particulate filter, and no DEF. No DEF fluid that has to be added. So that is super nice. This is a 2-owner bus. It came to us as a local trade-in from a private school. It was just bigger than what they needed. They traded in and downsized. They got it from a local municipality. You do have your very large pass-through storage compartments. So, let you guys see this, that you have through and through. So again, super convenient for gear and luggage and all of that kind of stuff. So it gives you an idea of how clean it is. I did put new batteries in this, y'all. So these things are basically brand new. Spare tire in that area, which is kind of weird, but you know, it's there, so doesn't hurt to have a spare tire, I guess. Oh, it does have fire suppression as well. Shoot, y'all, I forgot. See, I told you I'm gonna forget some things. It has the onboard fire suppression system, full tandem with a tag and lift axle. I mean, super, super nice, y'all. Like, it's rare I get something that trades in that's just this nice. I think that must have a lock on it. I'll have to get guys to get that open for me. Alright, I am not going to be able to get you guys the entire view of this thing, I don't think. I have to stand so far back to get the whole thing in my camera view that it's hard on this side without me ending up in the middle of the highway. Take this time. So we are at One Source Trucks in Burkeville, Virginia. We are about an hour south of Richmond. The phone number to call or text is 804-928-9099. Again, that's 804-928-9099. This is a 2007 MCI. Trying to let you see the glass. That's a question that people often ask, which makes sense, because you know, this stuff can be pricey. All the glass on this entire bus is in great shape. We've had some pretty vicious rain lately. Last week, I couldn't get any pictures because it rained just every stinking day on me, and hard. This bus has not leaked. There is no bad odor. There is no mold. There's no indications of ever having had mold or leaks or anything like that. So this is the wheelchair lift. Now, if you're thinking like I do, gee whiz, this sure could be a useful storage compartment instead of wheelchair. You could certainly remove this. So if you did not care about that wheelchair access, you could absolutely 100% take that out. There is part of your fire suppression right there. Obviously, we're not going to be demoing that. That is an access door. Y'all, look, I am 5 feet tall. I am not climbing up in there and trying to move that tire to get that open. Somebody wants to know specifically what's in there? I am happy to take some pictures for you. So look, if you have any questions, If you want more details, if you want specific pictures of things, if you know way more about this bus than I do, which I highly suspect is going to be the case, then, you know, just call me. Let me know what I can do to help, because I'm absolutely 100% confident this bus has features that I don't even know about. But I also feel very confident that those features are all going to work, because so far everything that we have figured out how to work has worked. So give me a call, 804-928-9099. If there's anything that I can help you out with on this gorgeous motor coach.